Should the city and county come together and join services in areas such as police, fire, streets, etc.?
Well, to answer that question, I think we'd have to step back a minute and look at it. We've joined the emergency services, centralized communication, and we are now collecting the city tax, payroll tax for the city. And some of those projects, it's beginning to turn around. It's headed in that direction. The comprehensive plan, and since we've been working together as a unit, teamwork is the thing that makes it work. So I think it's gradually coming into that. Now we have looked a lot of places over the years that have done this, and some places think it's good. Some places think it's just a way to distance the public from they have more layers of government, which makes it harder to actually reach the top. But it's going to be interesting thing to see how it plays. About half the people understand it won't work as well as they think it will. We have talked to Mayor Scotty Bassler at the time. Of course, when he first went in, that he was the mayor in Lexington, and he said they didn't gain anything financially. They did the best he could tell.
There's a precedent for it, and the public at large in Jessamine County is, for the most part, wants to see a lot of the services come together. I think it would be a good thing. It could save some taxes. It's going to have to be something where the city and the county work together tremendously, and it's one of those things that, since the citizens want it, they think it'd be more efficient. I know the police want it. The city police are tired of having to stop at the border and not being able to handle stuff out in the county, and so it would be better for them to be able to proceed out and handle cases that are right on the edge. So I know that they're interested in it. It would give us better coverage. So yes, I think there's a precedent for it.
Should the state decide to build a justice system in Jessamine County, what would the advantages be, and why would the county want something like that?
That would give us a better grasp on what's going on statewide. It would give us a better standing in the state. So I think it would be something that would be a really good thing.
Well, I think the need would have to be there at the present time. It's not that there. We've been on the docket to get one built for several years, and we've managed to maintain the way we are. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand, when they sell the bonds, the state may be building it, but the bonds are in the county name. So when the taxpayer sees that, they're going to look at a whole different story, because you're going to have to be responsible for those bonds. And I think if the time comes, we'll hopefully we purchased enough property to keep that downtown, because we feel like the city of Nicholasville needs the storefronts filled with government offices, and we have enough property bought that we can build a justice center that they're talking about building, if the need be, in behind the facade of the building that we have bought in the same block courthouse here.
Given the long list of proposed expansion projects, such as the animal shelter, the YMCA, the NFL, how does the fiscal court plan to help secure funding, and which projects are top priority?
Well, we've always had an emergency reserve fund. That's the kind of way the county's operated for a long time, and in emergencies that's come up, we've taken money out of that and used it for, replenished it when the money came back in. And we will be financially, if we get, like the grant for this animal shelter, if we get $150,000, we'd be able to do the rest of it. And as a matter of fact, we have always, all the buildings that we've renovated have been subcontracted out of our office, which saves about 20–25% right off the front by us taking care of it and using inmate labor. inmate labor has been a tremendous saving for the last 20 years for the county. Matter of fact, it's helped us to build a nice reserve. Rule of thumb on reserve, as far as I'm concerned, from being in private businesses, you need to hold 25% of your budget, amount of your budget, so take care of hard times and as things come up and need to be done. I feel like that the project will have to, they can't all be built at once naturally, but I feel like we'll be able to do anything that needs to be done.
Well, top priority for me would be the animal shelter, simply because the one we've got right now does not meet state law. We have major problems with our runs, and we do not meet state law. So we do need to build an animal shelter. With that being said, the marketing is a huge thing. Building the animal shelter back where the current animal shelter is would not improve the amount of people being serviced, because few people want to go back that far on county property to go behind the garage to reach an animal shelter. We need to advertise better, and that needs to be in an area with a nice enough facility that invites people in, and we can have a real nice facility for marketing purposes. We'd have a nice facility that would allow us to service the animals in this county properly. A building for the youth has been proposed and has had a lot of money given towards the YMCA to build a youth facility. I believe that's something that this county really needs, and we need to work with private businesses and with the YMCA to go ahead and finish that building, because they've made promises and we need to make sure that they follow through with those promises.
What is your feeling on developing the US 68, much like the US 27 is, with an abundance of strip malls and commercial businesses?
We have enough problems getting from Nicholasville to Lexington and from Lexington to Nicholasville as it is. We need some green space on 68. I'd like to see that stay. We've got enough space for businesses on 27. Building 68 would just complicate things even worse. We're talking about putting a bypass, eastern bypass, over and dumping it back onto Nicholasville Road, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I would like to see that transferred and pulled over to Tates Creek Road, opening up a third avenue to Lexington and Jessamine County. That would allow us to relieve some of the traffic on 27, giving us a little bit less congestion.
Well, I think we checked the planning and zoning. It's not planned to be that way. It's planned to be more residential and farmland, and I don't think you're going to see that take place as far as being commercial out there. I just don't think it's going to be. The eastern bypass is something that we've worked on for a long time, and the connector will naturally hook to that to go to the 75. Now, to keep the we're probably as far north with the eastern as the I-75 connector as we're going to be able to get. We've tried to move it up there, and it's been moved back and up and back and up and back. But it looks like they've got the direction already planned about the way it's going to go. So, and I think we've had good committees working on this thing for a long, long time, and I think they've about got it ironed out. Of course, just recently, I guess they've already let the contracts on the contractors for the engineering studies. Studies are done, but they're going to do some design work, and that's going to really help our situation. And we've seen a lot of changes in the roads. We've seen 27 South improve, 27 North, 5-lane, and also US 68. And I think if we can get an eastern bypass